All right, what's up, guys? I'm here with RBT Indy champion Sasha Egger, and also one of my co-hosts for LDS Raleigh last weekend. Yeah, we're gonna basically just talk about our experiences, kind of hosting the event, planning the event, etc. So the first question I have, Sasha, is actually like, how did Legacy Duelist Series Raleigh come to be? Because you actually approached me about wanting to host a tournament, basically.
Yeah, so basically, our friend Jeff, who was also a judge at the LDS this past weekend, he was just basically saying like, "Oh, we should try to do our own like tournament," and we were kind of thinking like it would be like a smaller type of like maybe like we'd get maybe like 80, 100 people or something. But then once we talked more about like finding a venue and that led to a chance of working with YGG, which was like really awesome and it really made it such a big success.
Yeah,
But
obviously.
we sort of like we weren't really that. I don't know. It was definitely fortunate that we had some people who were more experienced in helping us because I don't think it would have been as good if we didn't.
Yeah, it was awesome to have Luis and them to help us, basically. Jeff was also great. He was super chill. I never met Jeff, but he sounds like
He's an OG.
yeah.
He topped like 3 YCSs and he topped nationals.
Yo,
He
okay.
topped nationals in hilarious fashion, where he won in time in 2011 because his opponent attacked his set Debris Dragon with Doomcal and lost.
Yo, that's some Yu-Gi-Oh right there. No, that's cool though. That's awesome. Did he get to go to Worlds then? If you top Nats or?
No, I think he got like top 32 or top 64.
Oh, okay.
You have to get top 4 to make worlds.
Okay, sure. All right, well, yeah, anyway. So, yeah, no, the event definitely, it came to be, honestly, shout out Ron Lewis, obviously, as well. The meme is like, every problem is Ron Lewis's fault, but like, truly, Luis's involvement was pretty directly involved, Ron Lewis, I believe.
Yeah. He definitely was of help. I definitely appreciate that.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess as far as the actual event, the tournament part of it, I guess just starting chronologically, I did see a couple things happen during round one, actually, at I think maybe the same like physical table, not obviously the same table in the sense of match. But I saw obviously our friend Scott McIntyre was able to defeat Fraser Smith. And obviously, if we're going to talk about this, we need to shout out Scott.
Yeah, I mean, I think he just bricked really bad, but like, it's just pretty crazy that Fraser lost round one both days and still made top 8.
Yeah, that's honestly like incredible from Fraser.
I was rooting for Scott. I was really hoping he was going to top. I was watching him on Sunday, and he lost his one game against Twilight where his opponent like goes like recharge, charge, and ends his turn with like Lumina, Jane, and Chaos Circuit. It's like, oh, it's fine because Scott has Vortex in his hand. So he vortexes the field, and they both have 0 cards, and the guy draws JD and just attacks them three times in a row for game.
They call that the Mitchell, actually, to top deck the JD to win the match.
Yeah, there wasn't too much Twilight. It was like, I think it's clearly the best, at least in terms of results, out of the 3.
There was too much Twilight, you said? Or there was not?
Yeah, and also, like, the guy almost went undefeated, but from New York, he lost in the finals.
Yeah, no, there was an absurd amount of Lightsworn and pretty much all Twilight from what I saw, because I was definitely walking around looking at the decks. There was a ridiculous amount of Lightsworn, and there was a ridiculous amount of Machina, honestly, which didn't align with that chart that they had.
Yeah, but they messed. There was some more Machina. The guy who topped with Machina was playing a version basically similar to Yisheng played, with like 3 compulse and stuff. And he hadn't played in a while, so I was really happy he did well. He's like another OG, old school player.
Awesome. Yeah, and I know that literally Dom, one of the more senior judges, like he was literally tallying it by hand and stuff. So like, forgive him, obviously. Anyone who's listening to this.
There's different categories because there's like Jinzo Machina because it plays Machina cards. It's not. It's a different deck basically, right?
Yeah,
there's Ancient Gears because like Ben from locals, he was 5-1.
He started out well.
He lost Mitchell. That was when I didn't know the Zombie World Rejuve ruling, that it still works.
Yeah, that was unfortunate for Ben that's how it works, but
Yeah, I saw Mitchell discard Heavy Storm. I was like, oh, this game's over. And he just drew like 10 cards. They discarded Heavy Storm. It's like, all right, his hand was like True Nade, Feature Fusion, Exodius, Red MD, Instant Fusion, Debris Dragon.
Yeah. Ben is a player from our locals who plays Ancient Gears. Like, he actually plays, like, Golem. He sides Ancient Gear Beast. And he honestly...
He like Feature Fusion for the Ancient Gear machine fusion thing.
Yeah, that thing.
What does that even do? I've never seen that card summoned before.
I mean, I'm fairly certain it at least has the Ancient Gear effect of not being able to be stopped by back row.
Ancient Gear Beast is kind of legit, though. That card's good.
That card was crazy in Duel Links.
One time at Picante, I was playing zombies, and I just, like, opened, like, Pyramid Drill Deep Prison, and I got soloed by an Ancient Gear Beast for 8,000 life points.
It is a ridiculous
like,
card.
Bottomless, Mirror Force, Turtle, Heavy Storm, MST. Like, he didn't summon a single other card the rest of the game. It's just the same Ancient Gear Beast. Just killed me.
It's a ridiculous card. Like...
Yeah. It's good that you can't summon it off Gear Town, though. That would be broken.
Yeah. Yeah. So one other thing that I saw in the first round that was interesting to me, because I promised some people that I'd print out their deck list, and I did the classic where I was not able to do that. So I was filling out one of them by hand for someone at least. And then I was watching his round one because the deck list was quite interesting. It said some words on it like Elemental Hero Avion and Elemental Hero Burstinatrix. So I was actually watching him play, and it was not a blowout by any means. And he was playing against, I've come to know, I believe his tag online is Best Yu-Gi-Oh! Player NA. So an accomplished Twilight player that Mitchell net decked our friend basically.
Ribbit Chicago with Twilight.
Yeah, he is who inspired our friend Mitchell to play Twilight. So I didn't know that at the time.
The second place list from Raleigh on Saturday, it was card for card his list from Chicago.
Oh yeah, okay, interesting.
Yeah, and those guys are friends. So
yeah, I know that he'd been saying that. Like Mitchell had been saying that. He knew that, and he was able to talk to. Is it? I don't know his name. Do you know his name?
Yeah, his name is just like Jake or Jacob.
Okay, Jake. Okay, cool. Yeah, so Mitchell was able to talk to him the second day, like right before top, because they were right next to each other. So yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. Everything like ran pretty smoothly too. Like I guess like people. And there were like a bunch of people who were waiting to get walk-in spots, and everyone made it in, so that was good. That would have sucked if
that's awesome. Yeah,
not everyone was able to get in.
Yeah, it was awkward. It was not awkward, I guess, but it was not like how we do it in Smash. Basically, when Ruxin got his name called, and then he got his name called again for a last call, and then he showed up a few minutes later, and he was told, sorry, you have to get in line. That is not how it works in Smash. In Smash, if you're like a top player, you get all the privilege, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, it was cool. I mean, there's definitely it was like, people talked about this before, I think it was like the most stacked Edison tournament, just in terms of people who were there. Like, you had like all the people from Chicago, all the people from New York, California, Texas, Philadelphia. Tom Mack is from Philadelphia, who won the event on Saturday. Frazier's from Philadelphia. He got top 8 both days. Like, Florida. Like, it just was really, like, the gameplay was really high level. And a lot of both interesting choices and also just like cool things I'd never seen before. Like I'd never even thought of like Exodius and Dragon Turbo. Like that's just a brilliant idea. Like it fixes one of like the worst problems with the deck is when you have Pot of Avarice as your bottom 2 cards and you lose because you can't activate it. Because it can prevent you you can't activate it because theoretically you could kill yourself by shuffling 5 extra deck monsters back.
Oh, huh. I didn't know that was... Is that like a...
Yeah. So,
that's always been true of it?
Yeah, so, like, if you're playing Dragon Turbo and it's one of your bottom 2 cards, you just lose because you can never activate it.
Huh. That's... and really obviously Mitchell would know that as, like, the master
it's happened... No, if you play Dragon Turbo enough, so, like, Exodius gets around that where you can just shuffle everything back and it makes Feature Fusion turn your guy into, like, a 5,000 attack monster.
Yeah, no, I know I've listened I listened to his deck profile and stuff, and yeah, it's awesome. Solved format, by the way, you know?
I mean, he was doing some crazy plays.
Also, I guess I
Like
apologize to any listeners, basically, that I may interchangeably say Mitchell, meaning my friend Mitchell Luong, who got top four the second day playing
it's
Twilight,
pretty amazing to see.
and Mitchell Hydro Pump, basically,
Who was the
who
Dragon Turbo guy?
yeah, who also
Who
topped the
also
first
got top
day.
8 Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah, so one thing about that actually that is kind of the next talking point that I have written down at least, it was interesting to me to realize that day 2 was only one less round of Swiss because it's still 7 rounds, but you have to be X1 to top. And then day 1 was only 8 rounds, but you could be X2. So it's actually like in some ways more forgiving on day 1, but obviously as we know and you acknowledged, it was a arguably the most stacked tournament ever on day 1.
Yeah. Well, basically, like 1/4 of the X2s made it. So there were a lot of only about 7 or 8 X2s that day 1 made it, and then like 25 or something missed. So there were a lot of people who were
Oh,
X2.
true.
Like Kyle.
Yeah.
Kyle got 18.
Yeah, shout out Kyle. I was about to say, is that what happened to Kyle? Yeah.
Yeah.
Blackwing player from our locals, who, yeah, went X2 day 1, but I guess he bubbled and got 18th. But shout out to Kyle.
Yeah. James Ark got 17th, and if either one, he needed like one different match result in the last round. Like if one of his opponents had won instead of lost last round, he would have made it because he beat Gage, who went 7-1 in round 1.
Yeah, no, that's like annoying that you can have the same record. That's an annoying part of Swiss tournaments, basically, honestly, compared to a double
Yeah.
elimination thing. But it is what it is ultimately.
Yeah, I mean, it just happens. It's just like it is. You just have to basically just lose in like the last round.
Yeah, it's more like you have a chance at X2 than X2 can just tops, you know? But yeah.
And basically, like modern Yu-Gi-Oh now, because they changed it to do only top 8. So like, if you go X2, you'll make it, but you can't go worse than X2.
That's wild, but I guess they have what, like 15 rounds or something?
It's like 13, 14 rounds, yeah.
That is absurd. So it has to be 2 days, right? Or
Yes, it is. They do 9 rounds day 1.
okay. All right. Okay, so I guess as far as the LDS and stuff, I don't know when we're gonna do the podcast for the Edison Club. But we want to save some interesting stuff for that. But just
Yeah,
in general,
I mean,
like, what were some of the most interesting things that you experienced that weekend?
just it was great seeing everyone people I hadn't seen for a while, and even like seeing some people play who like I had a friend who came out from Wilmington, who hadn't played in like 15 years, and I like lent him a deck, and that was really cool to see. Just because like I feel like it just was a nice way of getting to see people that, and it's about the community. It's not. It's the most important thing is about like your relationships and your friends with the game.
Yeah,
Than more than anything.
for sure.
And also
Yeah.
your friends like cheering you on, like when, like, obviously we were judging, but it was really cool to see Mitchell on day 2 go as far as he did
Yeah.
in like his first ever major tournament.
Yes. And day 1, he more or less lost to himself. So it was like, here's what would happen if he hadn't done that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's sick, obviously. Obviously, that's the kind of the highlight for me as well, is how well he did. I feel like we sort of, in some ways, vicariously were playing through him in the sense that we didn't get to enter the event. So the fact that my really good friend got top 4 is like the best we could want, other than him winning or something, the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, he was definitely like, I just think that deck is so good.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of weird because like if you think about it, it has like less defense than like regular light songs. You don't play like Beckoning Light and Threatening Roar and stuff, but the amount of just random bombs it can just throw at you.
Yeah.
It's just so much. Like in his last turn of top 8, Mitchell summoned Goyo, Dark Armed, and Judgment Dragon in the same turn for game.
Yeah, which was ridiculous. I was on the other side of the table, so I had no idea that was coming.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, I do think I felt a little weird judging just because I haven't really done much judging, but I mean, it was pretty easy. I mean, most of the stuff was pretty solvable. There wasn't anything like big arguments or it was more pretty manageable. Whenever there was a question, we just asked. We didn't know. Like, I didn't know the Rejuve Zombie World thing, so I asked about that.
Yeah. There was obviously the hilarious situation in top 8 when Murray was playing Jake Matter and we were about to call Josh possibly on a ruling on Darius.
Yeah, because no one knows the bottomless rulings. Like, it's so stupid. That was just a stupid thing. It comes out with no effect. But if it was anything else, it would have the effect. It's just some weird stuff.
Yeah, no, it's some
These
medicine.
are all weird. What I bring this up a lot of times, but who thought it was a good idea to make Geysaris effect on special summon, not special summon from the extra deck?
Was Call of the Haunted banned at the time or something? Like,
well, no, Monster Reborn was legal. You could reborn your opponent's Geysaris in the mirror, pop 2 cards, and then tag out for 2 of your GBs.
was that like a mistranslation? Has anyone checked that?
No. I think it's just like part of it. Because my theory is that because it doesn't say fusion summon and it's like a special summon for the extra deck, it just were like, oh, special summon. But no, because Preemie and Reborn were legal when GBs came out.
That is... But even Light of Destruction GBs?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Because you also could, reborn your opponent's Prisma or, reborn their Tigers and stuff from their graveyard. Because they main deck triple Crow then, so you could get around Crow by doing that.
That sounds more interesting than being able to reborn your opponent's Geysaris, low-key. Like, as far as, dynamic gameplay, being able to take their Prisma lets you do stuff.
I mean, you could also just, take their Rescue Cat, too, because they would side deck... The thing is that people would side deck Rescue Cat and Dark Panther, because you go Cat... This is before Sandman, you go Cat into summon Panther, summon Tiger. Panther copies the GB name, then you Tiger it. Or it can copy Prisma if they have it. Or
that's not even that bad. You just have to have a little more setup.
And you can also use Dark Panther against Lightsworn or whatever. You can copy JD, copy Dark Armed, copy Herc.
Dark Panther's a cool card.
Because Dark Panther you also could use with Crush cards. So.
Oh yeah, yep. I obviously I didn't experience that. I wasn't playing at that point, but I wouldn't have been able to use it anyway. I guess if I pulled one in Gold Series, maybe. But
no, I mean people had them. They were like 350. They were super short printed though. I mean, yeah, the GBs were really good then.
Yeah.
There were a lot of GBs. I think there were 27 out of... That has to be the biggest GB representation of any tournament.
Yeah, so far, right?
Yeah.
Because of what happened, which is they won. They are here to stay, obviously. There's absolutely zero question. It hasn't really been in question for a while, but yeah.
And it's also just not even the quantity, just the quality of people playing it. Like, Jake Matter and top both days with GBs. Murray won day 2. Josh went 6-2 both days. Johnson Boss, and then Chase had just won Worlds, and he got top 16 that Saturday as well. So
yeah.
But not just how many people playing it, it's literally just the best players who play the deck all did well.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. What's interesting about the tournament?
Honestly, not really unlucky to not top 2 because he basically one of his losses was just a game 3 against Mitchell when he solemned a draw spell and then card destruction into heavy instant fusion red MD afterwards.
Solemn against that deck is scary though.
No, it's good. It's good. I mean, it was the right play. You saw him putting out of 4 cards, and then he just card destructions into the perfect 3 cards.
I feel you, I guess, yeah. But there's a lot of cards you can draw into that are at least decent.
Yeah, but he had Chariot. He had Chariot, Solemn. It was pretty yeah. I don't know. It's just Dragon Turbo is just a deck. They can beat anything.
Yeah, if it draws right, I guess, yeah.
Anything else that stood out for you? Like, what was like were
Um,
you any other observations from your side of things?
so obviously it was sort of also a melee event, which was cool. That
Yeah.
side was a little smaller than the Yu-Gi-Oh side, but that's understandable. There was just some big events in like Virginia and stuff that people were going to, that,
Oh, okay.
but we still got around 30 people, which is cool. Um, but day two, Eric Shen actually entered an organized bracket. It was not the normal singles. It was a 3 character Iron Man, which means like uh, basically that you play, as the name suggests, 3 different characters. Uh,
Cool.
so he wasn't able to just play his main, but yeah, it was surreal to go in there and see him playing like people that I knew in Melee when I'd wander over.
Yeah, I mean, as someone who's really bad at melee and not, I definitely feel like, isn't it true that like there's some melee players who also play Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
also,
Like KJH, I know it was common for a while for them to be playing Goat actually at big events.
oh, nice.
And obviously Chris PM, shout out Chris PM, our
Yeah,
friend.
he doesn't really play as much anymore. He doesn't really play either Yu-Gi-Oh or Edison much, but he
Yeah,
still is one of the best.
yeah, he's
Yeah,
still ridiculously good at both, I'm sure.
yeah. Um, I just it was just great that it came together and it went like the feedback we've gotten from people was so positive about the venue space and just like how everything was run, and that just makes us feel like really positive about both how we did and also just like the future of doing another events there,
Yeah,
because I feel like it went about as well as we could have hoped, honestly.
yeah, exactly. Like it. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Like technically, there's some improvements we could make, maybe. And we're
Yeah,
open to feedback, I think. But like you said, just an overwhelming number of people have explicitly stated that it was like potentially the best event they've ever been to. Even counting
yeah,
back in the day, or one of the best events at the very least. Like so many people have said that, and obviously, yeah, that does feel amazing. It's like unbelievable. Feels really good.
yeah. I feel like the layout where there was just so much space for everyone, where it wasn't like people were crowded. That was like a really big thing that people have talked about liking, and just like being so close to like a bunch of places with food and like water and stuff, and just the overall space was really good. I think people really liked the stream projector on the, so sort of like having an audience type of thing for Top Cut. That was cool.
Yeah.
I'm really grateful that it all worked out and that we were able to put on such a good event and that people enjoyed.
Yeah, no, obviously, I think that we'd like to do another one. I think that's sort of being teased for potentially the fall. We'd love to do that if possible.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I guess that's
but it
kind
was
of
great. It was great seeing everyone and definitely happy how everything turned out, and wouldn't have been possible without Bryce.
yeah. Wouldn't have been possible without like a lot of people who were involved though, whether they were wearing a judge shirt or got anything in exchange for what they contributed. There was a lot of people that were essential to the event taking place.
Yeah, it was a group effort with everyone chipping in.
Yeah, no, and I'm sure it'll be. I mean, I am absolutely positive actually that it'll be even better next time. So that's cool.
Yeah.
And we will maybe beat the 30 hours on selling out in under 24.
Yeah, that was crazy. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'd want to judge again or play. I'm gonna try and play in the one in Vegas in May. So
Oh,
that'll be
true. You're
cool.
gonna go to Vegas?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to. Yeah.
I know Mitchell is serious about trying to go. He is like waiting for registration to open. He's actually been looking into redo and stuff because they're having that there.
Yeah, I am a redo hater. I mean, I will play it online, but I felt so good because I moved my rescue rabbit, so now I officially do not have a single redo deck. So I cannot even be convinced or talked into playing physical redo, and it feels so good. because I also just played I played back then, so like I know it's
Yeah,
just a lot
I
of
feel
fun.
you. Yeah.
And it's not bad. Like I'll play it sometimes. I'll play online, but I'm not gonna go travel for redo. But I
Yeah.
wouldn't travel for Goat or Tengu either. So
Yeah, I mean, I guess kind of complete same. Oddly, I'd be the most compelled. I guess strangely, I'd be the most compelled to go to a goat event to travel to. But that's, I guess, a combination of that having the most developed community, if we're being honest, but also the fact that I didn't play competitively then. Whereas those other formats, yeah, that's just when I
yeah,
actually played.
Goat is not. There's some problem. I mean, it's fun for what it is, but it's not. It's just so like you're dealing with 3 trap dust shoots and a bunch of random
Yeah, three
bombs,
dust
like
shoot sounds horrendous.
and duo. You can get hit by both turn one. It's really bad.
Yeah, duo is bad enough without dust shoots
Yeah.
or dust shoot.
The goat thing is like kind of weird because like I think warriors are like really good. They're obviously really good against Chaos Turbo, but then like if you play like any random other deck, Chaos Turbo is so much better than everything else against those decks, and then Warriors is so much worse. Like the other decks are just like, oh yeah, you're playing Go Control with Decrees, you're playing Earth Aggro, you're playing Burn. It's like so much worse for Warriors.
Yeah, I don't know much about the actual meta of the format.
That's a lot. I mean, what's your if you did play Go, what deck would you play? You think?
I mean, like, I have a goat control deck technically, but it's just like the classic build or whatever.
Yeah, that's you can't play that anymore because that plays Air Knight, and everyone plays 3 spies now. So
Oh yeah, that would just get
yeah,
yeah.
it's like the old one that plays like 2 Air Knights, I think.
I think I have one in whatever build this
Yeah.
is, but yeah. It's like really hollowed out actually. It's like all first everything, the tournament pack breaker
Nice.
and
Yeah,
tournament
I mean,
craft jar.
I'll play Goat sometimes. There used to be these like smaller Go tournaments in Charlotte in like 2021 where you had like 50, 60 people. Me and Yuching went to some of them and topped. It was really fun.
Yeah.
I think it got shut down because like there was some like issue that they were using a space that was like a warehouse space for like tournaments and they weren't supposed to do that or something. But it was for the times that I went, it was really fun.
No, that
There were
sounds
some crazy matches.
yeah, some underground Yu-Gi-Oh! It sounds like.
Yeah, remember this insane match I had. I was playing against Empty Jar, and it was like game 3, and I had like anti spell, and then I had like Decree to cut off my own anti spell, and then like went off and like Mobius a bunch of back row. It was crazy.
So you played a little bit of Goat, it sounds like then with those, yeah.
Yeah, I mean I can play Goat decently. I mean I don't like it as much as
Yeah. Edison
I like.
yeah.
There's just some like playing like you know about the reasoning gate deck and Goat, right?
I mean loosely, yeah.
Yeah, it just plays like reasoning monster gate and like T-Mock, and then like you try to just banish a light in the dark and then play Dimension Fusion, and then you kill them basically because you like summon Jinzo. And then you can also play like because like Metamorphosis, you can like banish T-Mock, summon Galley Dragon, and then get Diffusion back. It's just like a stupid deck, and you plays like a lot of random cards like Sacred Crane. You know what that does?
That I know, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, it was great. I mean, I just want to say like this was a huge endeavor, and it sort of was a huge gamble in terms of how it was going to turn out, and I feel like we really exceeded expectations. I'd say.
Yeah, it was amazing. Shout out to Luis and Yggdrasil Materias and Casa de Terretas, or House of Cards. Basically all the people who helped us run the event, who we helped run their event too, you know what I mean? Like basically, like we felt like we were helping, I think, more than they were helping us.
Yeah.
Which is cool. Yeah, and I guess like the only thing missing from this was like you or Yu Cheng being in the bracket, I guess. Like
Yeah, I know. I might consider if there is another Raleigh event. I might like help with organized stuff, but I might just try and play. Honestly, like I don't know. We'll have to see. I playing is just so fun.
yeah, for sure. Yeah. Cool. So I guess maybe it sounds like we'll hopefully do a podcast with the Edison Club.
Yeah, we can talk more
Yeah.
about like coolest decks we saw, coolest best matches, like certain things, like funniest judge call. That one's by far Future Fusion with two Fossil Liners on the field is my favorite judge call like that.
Yeah. No, I think I mean I recall seeing that from afar for sure. But yeah, no, cool. All right, I will talk to you later. It was
All right,
good
thanks,
talking to
guys.
you.
Have a great weekend.
Yep. See you.